Hey guys, welcome. This is a reading for the collective for the new moon in Taurus, which is going to be exact on the 19th of May. Now this is Eastern time, 11:53 a.m. Eastern time on the 19th. So you want to check for where it might be unfolding for you around the globe. It will be at 28 degrees, roughly 28 degrees of the sign of Taurus, which means that within about 3 hours, the moon will move out of Taurus and into Gemini. So it's coming really fast. We've been seeing the energy build and build and build, and having a new moon at the end of the sign, is kind of nice because it's closer to the degree of mastery. So you do want to have some thoughts about the intentions you want to set, because this is the first new moon after the eclipse wormhole we just came through. And what we have happening right now is we have what's called a stellium in the sign of Taurus. So if we have the sun and the moon, because the sun and the new moon are always together, that's called a conjunction. And I say it's like they're holding hands. And that energy is amplified. The sun shining a light on the unconscious awareness, our conscious awareness flooding what's below, and that's where we set our intentions from. We bring things up to the surface that we really want to see manifest, and we believe we're deserving of it. Very important. Okay, so that's the conjunction. So now when a third planet is nearby, either in the same sign or the same house, it's called a stellium, and it's kind of like, it's just the more the merrier. It's like, okay, now we have a party. And so let me tell you all the energy that is built up into Taurus. We have the sun and the new moon will be together at 28 degrees. We have Mercury, which stationed direct on the 15th of May in the sign of Taurus. So yay. Finally, we get to move forward with all the things we've been processing and perceiving in an unconscious way. Jupiter just moved in. I know, the planet of abundance and manifestation and cash and prizes and expansion moved into Taurus yesterday on the 17th. And so that brings this sort of very wildly positive energy to everything that's happening during this lunation. We also have the planet Uranus, has been in the sign of Taurus for a long time, very slow moving planet. And that's like bottled lightning. Uranus is anything can happen and probably will, so expect the unexpected. And because Jupiter's now in the mix, it can kind of happen in a good way. We also have Uranus there close to the North Node. So it's about where we're headed. What do you want for the future? Especially when it comes to energies of abundance, prosperity, wealth, because Taurus rules the second house, which is a money house, but also what you value. Sometimes what we value, we can't put a price on. And of course, you can't leave out love. Venus rules Taurus, not in the same way she rules Libra. Libra is the relationship, right? Seventh house, intimate relationships and partnerships. Taurus is more about form, being in love with being in a body on this planet Earth at this time and shining that out to the other and to others all around you. So it is kind of about gratitude kind of love. So I just wanted to share that with you. I don't need to give you a whole lot more. It's almost like pretend this is a brand new moon where everything that we just came through and things that were moved off our path. I know I had a bunch of stuff that kind of had to go, and some of it went unexpectedly. But I saw the method to the madness and the meaning behind it, and that helped me get in flow a lot faster. And so now take this new moon as, what do I really want? And it has to be something you believe you're deserving of. So I want to show you the two cards, two different versions of Taurus energy. From the traditional tarot, we have the Hierophant. So this is higher self energy. It's very earthbound and grounded, different from like the High Priestess. And it's, you know, it can be, lots of people put religious connotations to the Hierophant. I feel it's like who we are at our core in this incarnation, and how we allow ourselves to ascend through the guidance of our higher self, and how we know what we stand for. We know where the lines are drawn. We know our responsibilities to the vows we make and take. So it can be a card of conventional committed relationships, the operative word there being committed. Now, this is the deck I always use for my new and full moon readings, the Light Seers Tarot. There's the Hierophant. Look at the joy on this person's face as they perceive their ascension, as they receive the messages from their higher self. It's just bliss. So this is the image I want you to hold on to for this reading, because this is all about our higher selves being worthy of something really profound and beautiful, as well as, lapping up some luxury, getting something that we really believe we deserve, that would make our lives a little nicer, our relationships a little bit more full of ease and grace. So that's what you might want to be setting intentions around. Find where Taurus, 28 degrees of Taurus falls on your natal chart. On the outside circle of your natal chart is where you'll see the glyphs, the symbols. Find the little bull symbol, the Taurus symbol, and look for 28 degrees, okay? And that's where that new moon is at its peak, and that's the house where you may want to Google the meaning of it and get some energy built up into your intentions that might help support bringing some prosperity into that aspect of life, whether it's relationship or communication or spirituality or business, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to let me pull the oracle card from Higher Self Oracle, and I'm going to read from the guidebook because the meanings are pretty important. This is not my normal pattern. I'm shifting and changing because that's what the new moon in Taurus wants me to do. Ah, perfect. Gratitude. What was I just saying? Gratitude. Grateful to be in this body, in this lifetime. Isn't it just amazing that we're here together at the same time? I know. Right. Perfect. So this is a quote from Eckhart Tolle. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Foundation, Taurus, abundance. Taurus, second house, and Jupiter. Got it? Okay, it's part one. This card comes to help you recognize the blessings all around you. As humans, we have a tendency to focus on what's lacking as opposed to what's already present. However, if you tune in to your higher self, it will show you that the universe is abundant and always provides. As seen on Earth, nature constantly provides for its inhabitants. It provides rain for nourishment, food for sustenance, and plants for healing. Your higher self is asking for a shift in your perception about what is readily available in your life. Make time to write a gratitude list every day so that you are reminded of the good fortune that already exists in your life. By journaling about what you're thankful for, your perception will shift from one of lack to one of abundance. Consistently acknowledging and celebrating the goodness in your life will help shift your mindset and build up a reservoir of gratitude and thanksgiving. Gratitude will also help you cope under dire circumstances. Life is cyclical, and there will always be ups and downs, so having a grateful perspective will help you overcome a challenging experience in life. When you have a broken heart, you can dig deep into that reservoir of gratitude to help you heal. And when you experience loss and sorrow, gratitude can bring hope. If you are having trouble shifting into a grateful perspective, ask your higher self for assistance. So, couldn't be a more perfect message for the collective of those of you watching, and exactly what I was trying to point to with this energy of, even in the tough times, there's a way to get to the bliss and to the gratitude, to be grateful for the journey that we're on at this moment in time. So, let's jump in, shall we? Okay. I know, it was a little less complicated of a new moon. I usually give a lot more details and specifics, but I'm like, nope, everything's there in Taurus. It's very easy. I do want to wish all of our Taurian sons a happy solar return, wishing you all the best on your next journey around the sun. And for our Geminis, the day after the new moon on the 20th, we're in your mansion. So happy solar return to all our twinsies. And just one more message. Don't forget, private readings are available. So there is a link in the description box below. You do have to scroll just a little bit. That will take you to the booking page. There's a video there and all the details about the offer. There's only one type of reading that I do. I did make one mistake. I'm going to have to redo that video though. And that is, if it shows no times available because my calendar is booked out 2 weeks in advance, do click to see the next month, because now that we're halfway through May, there are openings coming up in early June, June 1st, June 2nd. So I said you don't have to click ahead, but it turns out you do. Okay, so that's all. And new dates open up at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to be the first one to get the next available date, be there refreshing your screen. I tried it. It works amazingly well. And you'll see it pop up and you can get in line because it's been very well received. Okay, here we go. New moon in Taurus. Strength card. Oh, so nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pull the cards. Whoops. And I'm going to give you my overall impressions. And then we'll clarify. This is amazing. Okay. So we're starting out with the Strength card. That's how we're all showing up in the reading here. Overcoming obstacles, getting our game face on. This is how we build the strength, the courage, and the confidence to face whatever challenges and adversity we're dealing with or we bump up against. But there's also this beautiful energy. I love that it's a lamb in this deck and she's the lion, right? That they help each other. This is about getting assistance and being open to seeking that support, just to kind of get yourself one leg up and over that hump. Okay, so that's how we're showing up. The challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. So it would normally lay like this. This is what's crossing us. This is about self-care. And it is about, yes, it's a feminine archetype of a life partner, but the way it's coming through is like, if that rug gets pulled out from under us somehow, we got to find a way to get planted again. We have to find a way to feel some sense of groundedness, certainty, routine, all our ducks in a row, kind of getting our lives back in order. And because it's in the challenge position, that might be part of the struggle. So we're trying to overcome something that's set us back a peg or thrown us off. And it's difficult to pay attention to self-care when you're in that phase. So that's the challenge. In unconscious awareness, the Six of Wands, to me, it is a moment of triumph. It is a triumphant homecoming. This shows a young lady on a stage to all the, the applause. But in most decks, it's a knight coming back from battle and the wreath of peace to show that there's opportunities for reconciliation, meeting in the middle, forging a win-win outcome. So since I read for relationships, this is looking like in unconscious awareness, there's something we're trying to reconcile. Or something where we're looking to meet someone in the middle. In the past, Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles can be very guarded energy, but it can also be holding on very tight to something we're not ready to let go of for whatever reasons. Ten of Pentacles is in the conscious awareness position. So this is all about that Jupiter moving into Taurus. It is about life partnership. It is about the future. And we should be concerned with what we're working so hard to accomplish in our lives. And if we want life partnership, if we want marriage, children, the home with the white picket fence, whatever it is that is your personal vision of the legacy and longevity that is the Ten of Pentacles, that's what's in our conscious awareness right now. It is North Node-esque in that it's about looking forward. Now, in the near future, there may be some temptations. There may be some lure, some pull back into old patterns, especially if there's something we didn't want to let go of when we were in the eclipse wormhole and were challenged to release. So there may be something that has a bit of a pull on us. It's coming from fear. It's coming from egoic resistance. It's coming from some difficult shadow and challenging karma. And I feel we resolve it. So there are other cards coming that point to that. So don't get stuck right there. And Spirit's message to us is Two of Wands. What do you want? That's the question. And it feels very apropos for this new moon. What do you want? What path will likely get you there? And what do you have to set in motion to make that happen? So that the Three of Wands, which is the next card out, which is ships coming in, so that what it is you're burying in seeds of intention for right now will come towards you because of the path you have chosen and the action that what you're putting into motion. Okay, and by the way, shortly after the new moon, Mars leaves Cancer, thank heaven, and moves into Gemini. So all that mental activity and action come together to push us forward. So very good message from Spirit. In the hidden energies, King of Cups. So this could be the keeper of our heart in a proverbial sense, just someone that may be emotionally unavailable for whatever reason, not for lack of having deep feelings for you or being a true love, but just someone who really struggles to communicate it, or communicate it in a way that we need. That's a love language reference I just made. So in hopes and fears, we have the Eight of Cups. This is feeling like I've got to move forward on my path, on my journey. And I'm afraid to leave behind what has to be left behind, but I have to move toward the sun. I have to keep moving forward, especially when I'm apologizing because it's lawn day, so lawnmowers will be hovering around, right? Especially since we're looking forward here, we're also looking to the future in the Eight of Cups, but aware that something has to be left behind that doesn't serve us anymore. And that can be pretty scary. But look what we have coming up. Opportunities going forward, Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning. Brand new beginning. Now, can it be an offer from the King of Cups? Sure. Can it be an up-leveling of the connection that leads to something more committed and long-lasting? Sure. But it's a struggle right now. It's a struggle. It's got us off a peg, and we're going to be tested going forward. This is Capricorn energy ruled by Saturn, the great teacher. You know, can you pass the test? Have you learned the lessons? So let's jump in with some clarifications. Oh my gosh, I love this reading. So let's see the Strength card with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, King of Cups again, Queen of Cups. Woo! Okay. I feel like you're open to the communication, but I feel like there's a struggle to break through. There's a struggle to break through. And it could be that the communication is about life partnership, and that's the challenge, right? Because if you're wanting life partnership and you're having someone that isn't communicating how they feel, it can get you to that point of, oh, let's get down to brass tacks. Like that Queen of Swords, truth seeker, truth teller, she doesn't mix words. You know, she's on a mission, a fact-finding mission. Now with the Queen of Cups underneath, I feel that's in unconscious awareness. It's our empathy, it's our compassion, it's our sensitivity, it's a wide open heart. Now, Queen of Cups in reverse can be a little bit needy, okay? So if you're feeling a little raw, and it does represent Cancerian energy, Mars has been in Cancer, Venus just moved into Cancer, so if you've been feeling a little tender and vulnerable, that's the energy I'm picking up from this Queen of Cups in her position here. But I feel the challenge is you're ready for something more committed, and this whole situation has had you out of your comfort zone, feeling off a peg, and so you're on this fact-finding mission with the King of Cups to get some clarity. Like, can we do this? Can we overcome this obstacle? It's kind of coming through like a question. Queen of Swords, like where does this stand? Where are we going? What are we doing here? We have to kind of help each other over these obstacles and setbacks. And I need to know where you stand is sort of the energy that's coming through. So let's look at the Six of Wands in unconscious awareness. Yeah. Not giving up. In our unconscious realm, we are persevering. We want this reconciliation. We want this energy that feels very triumphant and victorious. We are coming from the high version of ourselves. There is Venus right there, our higher self, coming from receptivity, openness, unconditional love, and really knowing that a conversation has to happen. So unconsciously, we know some energetic exchange has to happen in order to get us out of this stuckness, or in order to help us get our sea legs back. Queen of Pentacles feels like she's just not grounded right now, and that sort of says that this challenge and this obstacle will persist until we kind of have the conversation. Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, that helps us be able to envision the future with or without someone. Where am I headed next? And then it becomes easier to take care of ourselves and to do the work we need to get back on our feet. Four of Pentacles in the past. Yeah, some guarded energy, something out of balance here. Feels like some negative karma hit, and they're in the unconscious realm, maybe questioning this person's trustworthiness. Maybe there was a breach of trust. For some of you, that's going to be the case. It is a general reading for the collective. Some of you will feel that this person has just been avoiding you, not giving you the time of day, or not coming forward with any expression, verbal expression of where things stand, how they feel, what their intentions are. And so we kind of shut down. Things feel out of balance. It feels like we're getting a negative dose of karma here. This is Jupiter. And it just feels to me like many of us sort of just kind of hunkered down, especially during the tumult of the first quarter of the year. January through March was crazy, and then we had a little bit of respite in the beginning of April, and then the second half of April we had the eclipse wormhole, and the first first week or so of May has been a little bumpy. And it feels to me like we all kind of just hunker down, pull everything in to get some energy of self-protection, because there's something here that feels really out of balance. So let's look at the Ten of Pentacles in our conscious awareness. Yeah. What we've been waiting for is the ability to kind of plan a future with our past life soulmate, with our beloved, with this person that we feel at home with. Six of Cups to me in these readings is an energy that suggests we've known this person a long time in this incarnation, or across lifetimes, or both. And it's almost like I'm feeling higher dimensions of this planning and this waiting and allowing things to unfold organically instead of in a second. You know what I mean? Like, it's been taking time, but we've been thinking long haul. We've been thinking the long term plan. And Nine of Cups underneath suggests that on some level there's been this long stretched out, I don't want to call it delay, but this long stretched out timeline heading toward wish fulfillment. What we want is the emotional comfort, a sense of emotional self-satisfaction, feeling like, yes, this is what I thought it would feel like. But it's in unconscious awareness. It's coming from the bottom of the deck. So that's the whole point, is look how long it's taking for this to unfold. And it's as long as that's taking is as long as it's had us feeling out of our comfort zone and not feeling a sense of wish fulfillment, and causing us this energy of feeling off balance and not very grounded and not clear on where things stand, though we're open and waiting for this communication, and yet we're guarded because we're really not sure what this person's intentions really are. Or we drop into suspicion, which is a lower vibration than intuition. So I feel like with the Seven of Swords underneath, it may not be anything that happened per se. It may just be, well, things aren't moving forward the way that I expected. And there's that word, expectation, 4-letter word in tarot, in life actually. You know, when you don't get what you expect, where does the mind tend to go? It tends to go to lower vibrational places and spaces. And that's what the higher self is. Nope, get yourself up into gratitude. Be grateful for what you do have, for what you have accomplished, for the powerful relationships you do have in your life, for what you know you desire and deserve, and go after that. But we have the devil coming up in the near future. Wow. Yeah, something's going to be taken off the path. Player energy has to go. And you're going to see it right away for what it is, and you're going to recognize it as being unsustainable. It's like, oh no, not again. I'm not going to fall for it again. I'm not going to be roped back into it again. It's almost like you get that test. The person returns, or an energy or pattern shows up again. Maybe not in this same person, maybe in someone else. But I'm feeling with the Page of Wands and the devil here, it's just looking forward to a potential test, to a red flag moment, and seeing it for what it is and not getting roped back in. The beautiful thing about tarot is it's more prescriptive than predictive. Like, I don't see myself as a fortune teller, tarot reader, and I keep trying to make that clear. I see myself as showing you the possibilities and potentialities if you make no changes. If you don't like what you see, you at least see that potential, and you plan for that, and you shift your perspective for that, and you put in better boundaries around it. You create different terms of engagement with others so that when this red flag shows up, it doesn't stand a chance. It can't creep in if you don't open the door to it. So that's what I'm seeing. I do see a potential test. I feel like it's a pattern. I feel it's something that has left you feeling very defeated in the past. It kind of shows up as like maybe gaslighting, a little gaslighting energy here. That's why I'm saying there might have been something in the past that left you questioning this person's intentions. And then it shows up again and you're like, yeah, no, that is not sustainable. I am not available for that today, tomorrow, or any time in this lifetime. That's my new command. Nope, not in this lifetime. All right, so once that moment happens, what do? We have to choose our path forward. So Spirit's talking to us about that. Yeah. You're manifesting this is more new beginning energy, like our Ace of Wands. It does require some risk assessment. As you're choosing the path forward, you're going to have to take a chance on something, even if it scares you, right? There's the moon. The path may not be clear. You may think, well, this is what I want, and I'm not sure which path gets me there, but I'm going to take a leap in this direction. I'm going to go with my intuition. I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to overcome and override my fear. And that is something that you have all the tools you need to manifest that path forward and to take a leap, and trust your intuition. There is intuition with the moon as well. And I'm feeling the Spirit saying, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a risk, whichever way you jump. Obviously, you're not going to jump into the arms of something very negative or negatively karmic in nature is what I should say, because you've already been there, got the t-shirt, don't need to do that again. You're going to have to take a leap to say no to it. You're going to have to take a leap to move in another direction. And Spirit's telling you, you have everything you need to make that happen, to make that be an actual thing at this time. So then let's look at the King of Cups in the hidden energies. So I'm feeling like we've got endings and new beginnings here. We have moving away from something that's been either chaotic or tumultuous. Turbulent is a word I like to associate with the Six of Swords. Moving away from something turbulent, wherever the tower is, we've got the ground shaking beneath our feet, right? It's about getting some peace of mind. And even though this is the hidden energy, I sort of feel like your person sizes up your independence, your autonomy. They see you as someone that forges your own way forward. They admire that in you. The Nine of Pentacles, very strong, very independent, very autonomous, very capable of, I'm only saying she because it's a feminine figure in the picture. She's got the law of attraction down. She knows how to manifest her creature comforts. Very, even though it's Virgo energy, but very Taurian that she's in this beautiful lush garden with all the foliage and fauna and flora around her, right? So I do feel like this person has a decision to make about how they move forward. And we've got the World card, and the World does close out cycles so that a new cycle can begin, and it seems like this person is choosing a cycle that's more peaceful, that brings them some sense of calm. Is that something you could do together? Absolutely, but you cannot get there from here. So I'm seeing some repeat of an old pattern that will have to be contended with, and once that happens, it may break the block, it may break the chain, it may cut that karmic tie to a point where there's some sense of liberation for both of you. And maybe from there you could have a reconciliation. But for others of you, it's about saying, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm walking to the sun. I've got my whole future ahead of me, and I've waited long enough, and I'm, absolutely aware that there is someone out there for me that I can build a life and a future with and have some emotional balance and contentment with. And if it isn't you, fine. Then I have to clear the path for who it is. So let's look at the Eight of Cups and your hopes and fears. Yeah, because you choose that path. Oh my gosh, this reading. Because you choose that path here in the Two of Wands, and I said, and then it comes towards you, Three of Wands, and then it's going to take a little bit of journeying, a little bit of time to study yourself, a little bit of more personal growth, more self-exploration, more introspection and insight and self-awareness that we can only do by ourselves. And I'm saying that because we have the Eight of Cups again. So I see the bookends of the Eight of Cups as I'm continuing on my path, my journey. I know what I want, and I have to do this so that I can attract it to me, so that I can be an energetic match for what it is I desire, which is a happy future with someone who adores me and whom I adore and who feels like home. Yeah. So for some of you, it is a whole big change. For others of you, it will represent a rejection of the old patterns and forging a path forward on your own. And then leaving the energetic field open to growth for you and for them. And what will be, will be. Now let's look at the potential going forward. That Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. This new beginning, there's, almost the message is there's no looking back. There's no sense in revisiting the past, the discomfort, the sense of grief and loss, the sense of rejection, the emotional disillusionment, disconnection, feelings of like questioning your sense of worth and value, or feeling devalued by somebody who would sort of keep you at arm's length. and not connect with you. No, your new beginning, there's no space for that anymore. That's what has to go. We have now the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. We have 3 of the 4 fives. And fives are about chaos and conflict and confusion and disruption and loss and instability and a new beginning. There's no room for that. So I do feel like we're closing a door in a major way. Thank heaven for that powerful full moon in Scorpio with the lunar eclipse that cleared that path for us. And this new moon in Taurus is all about the path forward, big, abundant, prosperous, committed, solid. Yeah. Who knows? For some of you, someone may just show up on your path out of nowhere and put a ring on it in a matter of weeks or months or a year, and make all of this feel like it was just a bad dream. For some of you. For others of you, I feel it's a really huge phase of growth. I think your life will look entirely different a year from now. Ace of Pentacles is 1 year. And it just feels to me like something that's been really negative and toxic is going to pop up again, as it often does. And you're going to dispense with it once and for all. You're going to see it again, and you're going to see it like it's flashing before you like a movie, and you're going to say, yeah, no, not going back there. I'm choosing a different path, even though it's risky and I don't know where I'm headed. I trust that I have all the skills that I need. And I'm going forward on my path with an open mind and self-reflective outlook. And I'm very grateful for all the experiences. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. If I learned from it and I grew from it, it was meant to be. Okay, really powerful reading for this new moon. My gosh, let me give you the astrology. Before I do that, there is a link in the description box at the top, first sentence, that's going to take you to the extended. And I'm going to do a whole around the zodiac reading, mini spreads for every sign, Aries through Pisces, and we'll look at this new moon. Where's the prosperity? Where is the cash and prizes coming from? What might you need to release? I'll also pull a romantic relationships card. That way I don't lock us into an existing connection that needs to be over, and I don't lock us into a potential future relationship that may not come automatically. So I want to give us where is the prosperity coming from? What's the energy around the prosperity? What might need to be released in order to welcome that prosperity? And when I say prosperity and abundance, I'm not talking about money, but you get the gist, like a twist of fate and good fortune kind of a way. And then I'll pull the third card for romantic relationships. So here's who shows up. We have the Strength card, which is Leo. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. Queen of Swords is Libra. King of Cups is out twice. That's Scorpio. Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy. The Empress is Venus, Taurus and Libra. Glad she showed up. We have the Justice card, more Libra. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, just moved into Taurus, which rules Sagittarius. We've got the Devil is Capricorn. The Tower is Mars, which is moving out of Cancer and into Gemini. That rules Aries. We have the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Fool is the planet Uranus, which is also in Taurus right now. And that rules Aquarius. We have the Moon, Pisces. We have the Magician, which is Mercury, which is also in Taurus, which rules Virgo and Gemini. The World is Saturn, so Aquarius and Capricorn. It used to be the ruler of Aquarius once upon a time. So that to me is the as above and so below of it card. We have some Virgo energy in the Nine of Pentacles, and we have some more Virgo energy here in the Hermit. And then that's it. That's what we've got. What a powerful, beautiful reading. Thanks for joining me. New moon blessings for all. Don't forget to set your intentions after the new moon hits. So you want to wait till it hits and then set your intentions. And the link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.